What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I just got on my phone and we are literally 3 subscribers away from being at 400K, which was absolutely insane. I remember being at like 40K, what, 2 years ago? 2 year and a half ago? I don't even know. It seems like it was just yesterday. I was like at 30K, 40K, 50K, and now let's see if we hit 400. I shouldn't be texting or being on my phone and driving right now, but this is a very important time, very important milestone for me. All right, it's updating right now. 500K is gonna be insane, but 400 is like, it's getting up there. It's insane. Why is it not updating? It's stuck. The live thing I'm on, the live subscriber count is not updating whatsoever. It says I'm at 399. So I'm gonna go on the YouTube app. So guys, we are 3 subscribers away from hitting 400K. So whoever the 400,000 subscriber is, if you send me a video of being that subscriber, I'll send you any shirt that we have in stock for free. Send me a video. We just hit it. 4,006 or 400,006. That's insane. Thank you guys. I didn't know that many people liked Evos. Apparently that's what we do is Evos. Oh my gosh, that's wild. All right, we're headed to the shop right now. The truck is still full of parts. We have like a transfer case, a transmission, wheels and tires. All the aftermarket or the extra parts that we got from the dude that we bought the 2 Evos from, still in the back of the truck. I was way too tired to unload all that last night. So we gotta get all that unloaded, and then I don't even know where to start. We have 2 new Evo projects. We still have an Evo that's completely torn apart, the blue Evo that needs a ton of work. Still have not got the block back. I don't even know when we're getting the block back anymore. It's almost been a month. Like, yeah, as of today, it's 3 weeks as of today. It's supposed to be 2. So that's the problem with having other people do stuff, is like you never know when it's gonna come back. I'm half tempted to pull the blue 8 off the lift because there's nothing we can do on that car until we get the block back, and just work on other cars. We have some stuff coming up for Bobby's Evo. We have stuff coming up for the M3. We have a lot of stuff going on right now, and a car taking up the lift and not being worked on is kind of pointless. Man, like I said, we have so much going on right now with the new project cars that it's hard to know exactly like what I want to do first. Out of the Black 8 and the new 10, I'm definitely gonna be fixing this car first. This thing needs way less work. In reality, it's like the transmission, fix the tranny, fix up the front end, get it all cleaned up. As you guys know, Bobby has been kind of considering getting back into an Evo 10, but she does want a black one. We could wrap this car black, but she doesn't want this car. You guys will see why in the future as to what is going on there. So I think the honest and realistic plan with this car is to get it cleaned up, make it like super nice, super clean, do a few little mods, and then sell it. Because honestly, there's no point in having this car. We got such a good deal on these 2 Evos that it's kind of like a package deal. So yeah, get rid of this thing. Super low miles. It's only got like 60 or 70,000 miles on it, I'm pretty sure. So this will be a fun little project car. Ideally, we would get this thing 100% finished, or at least like back on the road, drivable, all that good stuff before we touch anything else, but we can't. And then this thing over here, I do not know when we're gonna have time for this car. She needs so much work, so much love. This is kind of a replacement. This is pretty much a replacement for the Black 8 that we just sold, but this thing has only 60,000 miles. That's why I bought this car, is because our Black 8, the one we just got rid of, had 128,000. This thing's got 60K. And once again, I can't pass up a good deal. This thing's a mess, parts everywhere. This is an ACDT case, but we got a rebuilt non-ACDT case in the truck. So I'm gonna probably just get rid of that one. We don't need it. And then this here is the spare tranny that we have for the Evo 10. So this one, I think first and second gear is gone. And then the one in the car, the 5th gear is gone. So we're just gonna combine the 2, make one good trans. That's kind of the plan for that. But let's get this thing unloaded and we can move on with life. Come on the requests. Devin, can you mount my tires? No. Including you, bitch. That's a little bigger than expected. Sick. So I ordered these before we left to California. I was so sick of constantly driving to get tires mounted and waiting hours. And we've been doing that for years. So $2,000 later, 2,500 bucks later, we got our own. Fuck. Need a bigger shop now.
You have to start practicing.
Mounting a tire? Fuck all that, I didn't show my ass cheeks on camera.
It's like your ass cheeks is just your gruns.
Straight gruns. I got a little blowout. got a little too excited. Huh?
But dude, I didn't see it. Look at.
You didn't see it?
No.
Bro, they're so damn thin. I can't afford new pants, that's the problem. They're like 50 bucks. That's like, dude, 50 bucks for the oil change on the Evo.
You spent too much on
tire machines. They're like paper thin, bro, for real. Like,
dude,
no homo feel that shit.
What the fuck, bro? Where do you buy your pants at?
I don't know. These are probably like 5 or 6 years old though. I've been
just worn down over time.
Yeah. All right, we got the tire machine set up kind of where they're going to be staying. Just somewhere in this corner over here. They're not completely set together, but they're close. So that whenever we get a set of wheels and tires that we need mounted, just throw a few things on there and we should be able to test them out. Based off the research that I did, these were the ones that were like the best bang for your buck. I needed a set that could do all the way up to like my truck wheels and tires, which these can definitely do. So with that being said, if you guys want to pick up this exact set, I think it's like 2,500 bucks for the pair. I'll have them linked down below. All right, well, being that we can't do much on the Evo 8, I'm gonna work on the Evo 10 a little bit. I wanna pull apart this front end, maybe pull off the fender, the hood, the bumper, kind of see what exactly is going on here. This thing is definitely hit in this corner. Check out this gap right here. Oh my Lord. Massive, massive gap on that side. And then this side's completely closed up. So I know that with just like shifting the hood a little bit, that should take care of some issues. But of course, we got other problems going on as well because we got a hole in the bumper. Headlight doesn't quite fit right. I'm gonna give this thing a quick bath, pull it back in the shop, pull some stuff off of it and see like the extent of the body damage on this thing to see like if we need to order parts or if it's just gonna be some simple realigning and maybe some tweaking with the core support. Reminds me of the abandoned Evo 10 when we had the Christmas tree action. Same concept. Beautiful. I figured I might as well do the bay at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead and degrease the bay, let it soak for a while, pressure wash it. Of course, we're gonna have to clean the filter later. And I'm a little bit worried about these relays right there, but we can always blow those out with water. Here's a quick before. Pretty freaking dirty. All right, guys, we got it all cleaned up, got the hood open, and clearly this thing's been, like we talked about earlier, hit pretty hard, or maybe not very hard, but it's definitely been hit in this corner. Fender doesn't line up, headlight is zip tied on, doesn't line up, bumper doesn't really line up, this core support little piece right there, just, it all looks weird. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull off the bumper, pull off the fender, and try and see if there's anything going on deeper in. Because if it's just this piece right here, either we could just replace it real quick, or we could just simply pull it out, tweak it a little bit, get everything to line up, and bolt everything back together. So let's go ahead and dig in and see what we find. Okay, we got it all pulled apart. There's some definitely weird stuff going on. The headlight was held on by 3 zip ties in 1 bolt. That guy's a little floppy. You can clearly see there's been some damage right here. This piece is definitely replaceable without too much work, and I'm sure they sell that separately, but it doesn't really look all that bent, maybe a little bit tweaked. I don't know why we couldn't just take what we have here and shape it back to where it needs to be, get everything to fit perfectly. I don't think we're gonna have to replace anything on this front end, except for maybe that bumper. So about 30 minutes later of tweaking some things around with the hood hinges and that fender mount, this is how we got it sitting. Remember how the gap was super tight before on this side? Looks really, really nice now. It's a little bit big right there, but we could tighten that up fairly easily. This is the side that was destroyed. And now she looks, this side's like perfect. This side's actually better than that side now. And this is the side that was in the wreck. Pretty excited with that. I was worried that we're gonna have to learn how to replace the core support. We've actually never done that before, not yet, but a little bit of tweaking and we are good to go. That's gonna save us a ton of time and a ton of money with this project. Let's go ahead and make sure the headlights fit like they should, and also the front bumper. I know it's a little bit messed up, but I think like the actual base of it is good enough to be able to tell if it's gonna fit like it should. Before we throw the headlights on, I'm gonna see if the passenger side headlight works on the driver's side. Remember when we were coming back from California, this car only had 1 headlight working. So I don't know if it's the bulb or the ballast or if it's some sort of wiring. So let's get that diagnosed real quick, figure out what we gotta pick up and purchase for that. All right guys, we know it's something in the headlight, thankfully. Let's swap the ballast, see if that's the problem, and then swap the bulb and figure out which of those 2 things it is. All right guys, we found the problem. So being that that headlight for this side did not have the cover on it, this ballast is full of water. So you can like shake it like that, a bunch of water comes out. So I know this is a problem. I'm gonna go ahead and swap this thing out and that'll take care of our problem. Well, we definitely made a lot of progress, but it clearly still has some work to go. You can see this line right here on the bumper. Look how small it gets on this side. And then the headlight does not fit like it should either. So I think that whole core support on this side needs to come out a little bit, and that should take care of that whole problem. I really don't have a good way of doing that right now. I'm gonna jump online, do some research, and try and figure out a good way to do this without actually having a frame rack, maybe like just like a ratchet strap. Hook it to the core support. I know it sounds a little bit ghetto, but I really don't know of another way of doing that without actually having this thing on a frame rack. Either way, I'm excited with how it's coming out. Super stoked to clean this thing up and see how she turns out. Let's go ahead and wrap up this fine little day right here. If anyone's got any good comments or suggestions what to do with this front end. Really don't want to replace stuff, but if that's what it comes down to, it is what it is. Drop a comment below if you know what you're up to, because I really don't know what I'm up to. Peace out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.